Hello everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA, living in my car for almost 2 years now. I am preparing to say goodbye to this place, Sunspace, which has let me work out of it for the last 6 months while the Trump virus shutdown has been going on. It's been closed due to the pandemic, but they've been doing live streams and been able to barely stay open now. As you can see, it's pretty well gutted. I was helping paint today, so the ceiling, it was blue before and it still needs another coat, but I did most of the painting on it. I did 2 coats on it, and pretty much everything that could be given away has been given away, including there was a piano there and a whole bunch of stuff, mirrors, drawers, dressers. Wow. There's no lights in here now. The track lights that were up here, they were taken down. So I'm using the last set of lights that are in here. So I can hopefully do a little writing tonight on what, I don't know, because I have no desk. Oh, I can get that as a desk, even though that's going to be damn high here. Well, I'll need a high chair for the high desk. That's too low for that chair. I don't know. Ugh. Could you even see any of that? I'm gonna have to, well, one, I'm still really trying to get this job as a sanitation specialist, that's what it's called, which is disinfecting, or really cleaning closed down public buildings that, like schools or libraries, maybe hotels as well, that are closed due to the pandemic. Also, this room's been gutted. There used to be a backstage area here where that gray concrete is. We took all that down. There's some of the walls that were there for it. This was the bar. Oh, and here's the owner, Stu Cranston's real name, Noel. Real nice guy, very funny. So yeah, it's surreal because we're 6 months into this thing, and so many people here have helped me, including especially Noel. Done a ton to help me. A lot of stuff I haven't even talked about. His son Gaia gave me the shoes I'm wearing. Other people here have helped me in other ways, and just so many people have given, and been nice and friendly. And there may still be events, but they're going to have to be either in a different venue, and that'll have to wait till after the pandemic, or at least events out in outdoor spaces. And also, by the way, you can get Stu Cranston's My Findings. I read this book in like 10 minutes. It's a good book. And this is one of his YouTube characters, Stu Cranston's, a very harebrained scientist. There's also the Roads and Rose Lifestyle Digest, which is basically like, first of all, here's Noel and his cousin Owen, who they run the YouTube channel. And I've talked to Owen as well. He's a real nice guy and a painter. This is basically, it's like a catalog of their YouTube videos. So this is the Flextrek Whip Snake. It's also called the Sidewinder Edition, the Flextrek 37 Trillion, the Flextrek Augmention, all these other products and stuff they have, like the Strylitrinstol. They have commercials for all these prescription drugs. Lethalis, that's a drug that's advertised, a prescription drug that's advertised on their YouTube channel. And again, the Flextrek backpack. Did you recently have to have your face and spinal cord removed after taking the drug Strylitrinstol? Okay, so call the law offices of Ernst, and Ernst. And then there's other drugs you can take, Pandemicol, for instance, I just opened that up randomly, that treats the symptoms to all the other drugs you've taken, that to treat other symptoms like of other drugs you take. So Lethalis can treat stuff that Strylitrinstol gave you, and then you can take Pandemicol to help control the size and aggressiveness of your eye maggots. Anyways, funny stuff, and this is one of the most famous ones. This is what I was a huge fan of. The Flextrek 37 Trillion / whatever, all the other stuff. So you can get these on Amazon, by the way. So go help support Noel and Owen, because I have to put the phone down for this. Everyone's having to do stuff online now, and I don't know how Noel could be so generous with me and helpful. So yeah, done kind of work here. I was actually out just cleaning my car. I spilled some peanut butter juice, like the oil, on my car seat as I was stirring it. So I was cleaning that like a foam cleaner. All these characters here, these Noel made. All these masks and everything. And again, the thing about this job that's such a hassle is, I'm going to stay where it's light. It's getting real dark in that room. I've been trying for like 6 weeks with this job placement company to get this job, going to orientation, sending my resume, multiple phone calls. I was supposed to have an interview already, or at least they were supposed to call me, but they haven't for an interview, so I've been calling. By tomorrow, if I don't hear back tomorrow, I'm very lucky. I got a film shoot tomorrow. Gonna wear my face shield, but it's a very small one actually. It's and it's not too far, which is great. But it'll be great to drive somewhere different for once. So yeah, I'll have that shoot, and I have another shoot Wednesday. It's an interesting one, and beyond that, I need to get a job soon. My food stamps are cut off. I explained this whole situation, or they probably will be cut off because of a totally ridiculous technicality. I didn't put the date on the form where I had to renew for the next 6 months my food stamps. You know, I sent in a form with my info, my income, and it was sent back to me because the date wasn't on it. And I'm too poor to check my mailbox regularly, to drive there to check it, so I didn't bother, and I ended up having to resend it back and buy $11 pack of stamps, just one little sheet of stamps, $11, so I could send it out. They didn't provide the self-addressed the envelope this time. They're like, no, screw you, you messed up. How ridiculous is that? But it's got to be in by October 1st. Even though it's not far in California, it went out today. I put it in the mailbox yesterday, but that was Sunday, so we'll see. And if it's not there October 1st, then I got to find that's another thing, got to find my social worker's phone number, call him, and maybe he can get them to, delay the cutoff date so that they'll accept it a little bit late. Because that was a big help, $200 a month. Man, I would have been starving if it wasn't for that. Even though I am losing a lot of weight as it is, and I hope to lose another 30 pounds or so. So hopefully I get this job. It would be a 6-month job. If not, I got to keep looking for other stuff quick. And I'm going to have to be stuck. Now here's the other thing I was thinking about. I thought, well, I'm going to rent a place if I get a job. And I'm like, I was getting enraged to think about all the bad landlords I've dealt with. Not just the ones I've had, but either ones that I've talked to rent a place from them and I ended up not even being interested, or ones I've seen in the news who are illegally trying to evict people, and they're just sociopathic bullies, like unfeeling, just assholes, trying to bully people out of their homes, doing all kinds of heinous stuff, like smashing the interior, locking their doors, bringing a moving truck to haul their stuff out. And protesters would be there filming, and these people are just sociopaths. They don't care. They're like, no, we're doing it. We're getting their stuff out. Or even insulting the person they're moving out. I swear, all landlords are just, as a class, they're a lost cause. Doesn't matter. The few nice ones, maybe they should get less stern punishments, but there should be massive, trials with, 50 of them, all pleading at once, pleading their case. Find them guilty, just shuffle them out real quickly and deal with them. They're so useless, and not just useless, horrible. And thinking about this one in particular who was such an asshole, and I couldn't bring myself to say anything to him in person, but it was a basement studio. It would have been pretty far away. This was back in Virginia years ago, and I looked at the bathroom. And the guy's bathroom, the shower was disgusting, the tile was all broken, the toilet was gross as shit, and I'm like, this guy doesn't even care if I look at a toilet that looks disgusting. And I tried flushing it, and it barely flushed. Like the water was so weak. I said, well, it seems like low flow. What if it clogs? And he's like, he's such a coward. He doesn't want to take responsibility for stuff he's supposed to be fixing. If like, you know, the regular maintenance is stuff he's supposed to take care of. He was so cowardly about it. He's like, well, sometimes toilets break. Sometimes toilets clog. I just looked at him and he's like, oh, I guess I'd fix it. I'm like, you fucking coward. I'd be so glad to fix it if it clogged. Are you kidding me? You think I'd want someone having to be miserable with a clogged toilet because it's got 1 PSI in the flush? Yeah, pathetic. And another guy was just like, yeah, okay, so here it is. Here's the room. Yeah. There's that. It's like, you miserable fuck. Like, why should I rent from you? And just thinking how little patience I'll have for that this time. And I hope I work up the nerve if I ever deal with a landlord like that to be like, you don't want responsibility for shit? I wanted so badly to film that guy who with the toilet that would barely flush. I don't know. That kind of encounter stresses me out too much, but I wanted so badly to because this guy was such a fucking asshole. And I know whoever would rent that place, either they have no self-respect or they truly just don't give a shit, or they were going to hate the place. So anyways, I sidetracked. It was making me so miserable thinking about landlords this morning to where it was like almost making me dissociate and stuff. I was like, you know, I think I'd rather just be in my car for 6 months. No facilities, nothing. I'll use the park to take shits, the porta potties at the park, and charge my phone just in my car and at the buildings that I'll be cleaning out. And if on weekends, if I need to charge it more, I can do it. There is one outdoor electrical outlet at a shopping center that I can use, and I used to go there before I was coming here. After the pandemic started, the libraries closed real early in the morning or at night as the stores were closing. I would charge my phone there, and so I might do that some. But I don't know, I'm still undecided, but I'm kind of leaning to, even though I hate the idea of not being able to write on my laptop, that horrifies me. It's like, I gotta do it. I've been doing it obsessively. I'm gonna do it more tonight. But like, to pay that much money, I would truly despise it. Despise myself. I think all the old feelings I've chosen to shun from my memory would come back of like how much I hate landlords, how much I hate sinking money into a place where I may not even like my roommates, and nothing would give me more pleasure than just leaving and, you know, they have no way to find me, but I'd rather avoid that situation in the first place. So I'm going to get back to work